Neko News! Hello everyone, and finally, welcome back to Neko News. Over the past 2 weeks, a lot of things have happened, and we will be going over all of that in just a moment. First off, Happy New Year! I hope you all enjoyed the end of 2021 and are excited for what's to come in 2022. Okay, now on to our news for the week. Trisha Paytas stalked on honeymoon. Gabbie Hanna's failed red table talk, and Creepshow art returns to YouTube to have her final say. Starting off soft, Trisha Paytas, I guess Hoffman now, Trisha and Moses fulfilled a total of 2 weddings before going on every newlywed's most anticipated moment, the honeymoon. The first wedding, I believe, was for the theatrics, as we all know Trisha to be a fan of, with Trisha wearing a black wedding dress, on theme with how I believe she views the world, as rules that were meant to be broken. Their second wedding, however, stuck to a more traditional approach with a white wedding dress. However, whilst on her much-awaited honeymoon, fans who were also staying at the resort caught glimpses of the couple's activities around the resort itself, from walking through the lobby to rides in the elevators, all of which Trisha took to TikTok not only to vent, but also to scold those of which took these photos and videos. Now, as much as Trisha has put her entire life and livelihood on the internet for all to bear witness, I don't think taking sneaky photos of people without their knowledge or consent is the best thing in the world. Even Trisha states she rarely, if ever, turns down a photo opportunity with a fan or follower if asked. A lot of people seem to have mixed feelings about the situation as a whole at the moment. So leave your thoughts in the comments below as we move on to our next story. Gabbie Hanna, the most hated on the internet, participated in a Facebook show known as the Red Table Talk. The episode Gabbie Hanna was a part of centered itself around cancel culture. Before taking the stage, Gabbie tweeted a photo as a teaser. A second interview was conducted before Gabbie's appearance with none other than Perez Hilton, pressed about his hand in celebrity harassment. Gabbie, however, was introduced as a victim of online harassment and cancel culture as a whole. Already heated backstage after listening in on Perez's interview, Gabbie instantly went in, taking digs at Perez, stating that Gabbie would never use someone else's name to get fame. She ever used her platform to talk about others, along with how none of her content revolves around others. However, when Gabbie Hanna started her YouTube journey, it was with storytime videos about other people. These were what drew attention and fame to Gabbie. Even more recently, when Gabbie went on her crusade for justice, exposing everyone who had allegedly wronged her. We have to start looking at humans as humans. Gabbie brought this up during her conversation with Perez, which, in all fairness, is a really good point to bring up. Gabbie seems to be saying all the right things in the interview. However, it comes off disingenuous and brushed aside due to both her past and current actions, turning these very valid statements into a plea from a hypocrite, due to her unnecessary drama started by Gabbie to only promote her art, music, and her as a brand. Gabbie Hanna turns around to point the finger at Perez, stating that he is the hypocrite, because he continues to do what everyone seems to be angry about, keeping himself in the perpetual controversy. Perez himself brings up a very good point. Jessie smiles, asking Gabbie about the harm she single-handedly brought to this individual. And the only response made by Gabbie was that if people do their research, they won't find anything. Gabbie doesn't start drama. Since the so-called harassment and cancellation of Gabbie, she has lost two record deals, friends, opportunities, money, and numbers. Or so she states. I'll leave a link below if you would like to watch the Red Table Talk episode for yourself. Finally, let's move along to what every YouTuber with a commentary or investigative channel is currently talking about. Creepshow art. Right tail end of 2021, Shannon, the person behind the Creepshow art channel, posted a video in attempts to invalidate a video created by Emily Artful. Shannon goes into lengthy detail that realistically had no place in the video itself and uses evidence that hinders her response instead of actually making a difference to her situation. A lot of people have expressed and information attached to the lengthy Google Doc Shannon provided alongside her video are creepy and disturbing. With Emily revealing that her suspected stalker of many years could be Shannon and an ex-partner of Emily's called Anthony, now Shannon's husband or partner of sorts, the evidence Shannon used, the screenshots and images of Emily dating as far back as to when Emily was only 13 years old. Shannon also tries to use Emily's drug dependency days as a means to disassemble Emily's points from her video. As far as Shannon's video went, in terms of digging too deeply into unnecessary details, she didn't mention the locale controversy, the number one thing that got her cancelled. There's a lot of action being drawn to the locale page after they exposed Shannon as being this person who made over 200 posts about various YouTubers, as well as posts about Shannon herself, then of others defending her as well. A YouTuber I personally watch made an amazingly in-depth video on this situation and brought up a very interesting point. What if Shannon is also a victim? A victim of Anthony, as Emily was. Yes, Shannon may have done the things she's been accused of, but isn't it possible that she was coerced by Anthony, instructed, and led towards such illegal activities? I'll leave that video linked in the comments below if you would like to look into this idea. If you'd like to know more info on this situation as a whole, there are plenty of videos out there. Anyway, that's everything I have for this week's video. I hope you all enjoyed, and we will be back soon with more Neko news. Bye! Nya!